kids are gaslighting each other. It's like me, Jacob's up in this. I'm the victim here, not you. You have that power back. Use it. Like, don't be having this information and just not using it. Thank you. Hey guys, yeah, I know it's been long, but welcome back to this channel. You should be welcoming me back because of how long it's been. For my new viewers, hi, my name is Natasha. What's this channel about? I don't even know. I sing. I want to start posting psychology content, and that's what this video is gonna be about today. This video is going to be about gaslighting. You know why? Because I'm shocked that kids are gaslighting each other. My brother keeps telling me of their romance drama in their high school, and I'm like, how is a 17-year-old gaslighting another 17-year-old? It's like euphoria. It's like Nate Jacobs up in this. Oh my god, it's crazy. I just want to create awareness and yeah, just educate and talk about it. Let's begin. Also, we're gonna be coloring because I'm a child and I love coloring now, because in one of my lectures we just sat and did art therapy. So now I like coloring, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna diffuse talking about gaslighting, such a heavy topic, by coloring. Fun. I have this book. I think one of my parents got it for me when I was younger, and I had to pull this out of the archives. I'm gonna do this fish one as we talk about gaslighting. I'm sure some of you are wondering, what the hell is gaslighting? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even care. Well, you should care, because this is useful information, not just for now but for the future. What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is basically a form of emotional manipulation that causes its victims to doubt their own reality and their own perception of things. The aim of a gaslighter is to invalidate their victim's feelings and to turn tables and to place the blame on them. They want to cause their victims emotional confusion. They want to have power and control and dominate their victim. That's scary. Some gaslighters are very aware of what they are doing. Others aren't, and they're just acting out of how they've been raised or their own psychological or emotional or mental trauma. That raises the question of narcissists. Are gaslighters narcissists? Narcissists can be gaslighters. Not all gaslighters are narcissists. Narcissism and gaslighting are two different traits that overlap. Narcissists are self-absorbed, but gaslighters want power. If you want me to do a video on narcissists, I could. Now that you know what gaslighting is, you may be asking, how do I know if I'm being gaslit, Natasha? Well, I'm here to tell you, don't worry. Don't worry, baby girl. These are the signs that you may be a victim of gaslighting. Are you questioning and doubting yourself? Are you questioning or doubting your reality? Because usually gaslighters try to convince you that you're lying to yourself. They try to talk you out of believing yourself, and they try to dictate a new normal for you, and they pretend to know you better. Do you feel your self-esteem is decreasing, or do you feel depressed? Because like you're in this negative space where you're being invalidated, you're constantly being guilt-tripped. Gaslighting is a cycle, and what gaslighters often do is they make promises that they do not keep to keep the victim around. So do you feel like your friend or your significant other keeps making promises that they'll be better or do something, and then they don't fulfill it, and then it's like a cycle that repeats itself? You keep thinking or expecting something of them because they promised it. Are you frequently lied to the point where you can't even tell what's real and what's fabricated? Do you feel like your vulnerabilities and insecurities are used against you, especially during arguments, to shame you, make you feel less than? Are you doubting your sanity and your reality? I mean, if someone keeps invalidating you communicate something, they keep invalidating it and telling you you're crazy and it's not real, obviously you start to question, am I crazy? Another thing gaslighters want to do is to isolate you from people who would provide sound judgment. They want to be your only voice of reason, so they want to isolate you from your friends so that you don't listen to them, and so that you don't seek help, so that they can continue abusing you and having control over you. Think if you have supportive friends, think they'll be able to gaslight you? No. They want to isolate you to keep you in that cycle of manipulation. Are you lying more often to avoid confrontation? Even when you don't need to lie, just find yourself lying to be on the safe side. Do you find that your friend or significant other has selective memory? You can confront them about something they said or did, and suddenly they don't remember. It's as if they weren't even there. Do you have a hard time trusting yourself and also trusting other people? Because if you don't believe yourself, you're questioning your sanity and you're questioning your reality and your perception. Then how can you trust yourself? How can you also trust the people around you? Look, I'm going to name this one Poppy, and then I'll name this other one Flounder. Okay, so now that you know about some of the signs that you may be a victim of gaslighting, I'm going to tell you what gaslighting sounds like in conversation. The popular gaslighting phrases. Number 1. Where is this coming from? I have no idea what you're talking about. When someone tells you you're exaggerating, you're being overly sensitive or overreacting or being paranoid, just making a mountain out of a molehill, when you know what you're communicating is very valid. When they tell you not to be too sensitive or to just lighten up, you're being a downer, you shouldn't complain too much. I was having such a great time, but you have to come and ruin things. Or when every conversation about you and your feelings turns into an argument about how you're bothering them and how you're overreacting. And when they say you're imagining things, wow. Do you remember what I was talking about earlier? Wanting you to question yourself and to be confused. You're imagining things is such a great way to do that. And they tell you that's not really how it happened. Also, I'm the victim here, not you. You need to stop listening to your friends. We don't always get what we want. You're communicating what you need and what you want from someone, and then instead of being that, they're like, you don't always get what we want. Are you crazy? What? You have demands? You have expectations of me? No, we don't always get what we want in life. So who can fall victim of gaslighting? They're thinking, Natasha, I'm safe. I'm okay. There's no way I can let a gaslighter get past me. But you may be wrong. Anyone can fall victim of a gaslighter. But then again, people who have a strong sense of identity and sense of self are less likely to fall victim. But still, anyone can fall victim. Because gaslighters are usually very persistent. And so long as you're in their orbit, so long as you're in their space, you're gonna fall victim. And even if you're aware of someone with gaslighting tendencies, that may work for some time, but you're exposed to this negative energy and it's gonna affect you. Also, codependency is a factor that perpetuates the gaslighting cycle, because codependent people are less likely to put an end to the cycle because they're dependent on this person. But it's possible though. Nonetheless, it's possible, which takes us to the next segment of this video. How do I heal? Keep a healthy distance from a gaslighter. You cannot heal in the same environment that causes you pain. You need to set in place boundaries so that they cannot permeate into your space and infect you with their negativity, make you doubt yourself and all that jazz. And on that note, you need to communicate your boundaries assertively and tell this person, hey, I'm in control now. Another way you can protect yourself and heal is by using something called reality anchors. This can be like a physical object that you use to remind you what reality actually is and to separate facts from fiction. Say for example, you are in a toxic relationship with a gaslighter and you break up with them, but now you're thinking, man, maybe I was the crazy one and I shouldn't have broken up with them. Maybe you have like a screenshot of text where they gaslit you. Read them to remind you of what reality is and what fiction is. Surround yourself with a support system. You know how you are being isolated? Now you need to surround yourself with a support system. Discover your own negative beliefs that contributed to you becoming a victim of gaslighting. Like say for example, when you are in a toxic relationship, you believe that maybe I don't even deserve to be treated properly. That is a negative belief that kept you there. Correct those negative beliefs. Once we deal with these beliefs, then we begin to attract people people that resonate with our new positive beliefs. Remember, the gaslighter is 100% responsible for the harm they caused you. You know, the beauty is about being free from a gaslighter is now you get to think about yourself and what you want. Because when you are in that toxic relationship, you're just worried about the other person's feelings. But now you get to worry about yourself. Girl, you have that power back. Use it. So like, tune into yourself. Think about big things that you want. Think about even small things that you want. Go for them. And be patient with yourself. This is a process. The healing process is not instant. Go for therapy. Therapy is very good because you're in the care of a trained professional and they know how to help you navigate this healing process. Okay, so that's the end. I have not finished coloring, so I'm just gonna do a time lapse of me finishing flounder and the rest of the things. Alright folks, yay! They're the prettiest fish in the sea. Anyway, that's all for today. It's 8:56. I'm going to have dinner. I hope you've eaten today and hydrated today. And I hope you've learned something about gaslighting. And if you know you're being gaslit, hope you know what to do now. Like, don't be having this information and just not using it. Thank you. Alright, bye!